Now, about a year ago, I cleaned the DPF on my Mercedes Sprinter. I physically took the DPF off of my van, jet washed it and put some awful chemicals through it. It made me really sick, and that's something I really don't want to do again. So last night when I left here and went to the shops, my van went into limp mode again for the very first time since cleaning my DPF. My heart just sunk to the pit of my stomach. I was like, oh no, not again. I do not want to take the DPF off of this van and clean it out again. I just do not want to go through that process again. So last night I realised the only thing that's really changed over the last couple of months is that I haven't actually driven my van that much. I've only been doing local trips to and fro the shops. I mean, the engine's hardly warmed up in any of those journeys. So I'm kind of thinking that's what's causing my DPF now to block up again. Usually a DPF regen is done automatically by the van's ECU and the computer, but because I've got this plug-in computer, I can actually force it into doing a regen. So whilst my van is still warm, I've literally just got to my workshop, I'm going to start today by doing a forced regeneration on my DPF, just as a safeguard, or just as a, I don't know, as a hope, I guess, that I don't have to end up taking the DPF off again and cleaning it. I mean, my van has done 160,000 miles now, so the engine is probably a little bit worn, and maybe that is what's causing the DPF to block, or it's the short journeys that's causing the DPF to block. I don't know. But one thing I do know for sure, I do not want to have to go through all that process again. So I'm going to try and do a forced regen. And I'm going to film this just in case there is anyone out there suffering the same problem that I've had with my Sprinter. Hopefully this video will actually help somebody. Okay, so let's grab my computer, I'll plug it in and I'll share the whole process with you as best I can right now. Wish me luck. Now, I do get asked all the time what diagnostic tools I use, or what diagnostic scanner I use, and I use this iCarsoft scanner. It's relatively cheap, and I have to say, over the years it has paid for itself. And I chose this one because it was the only one I could find that was programmed to diagnose problems with Mercedes Sprinters. All the other ones were really expensive. I think this one was about 250 quid. And like I say, it has paid for itself over and over. Let's plug this in and see what happens. So now that's plugged in, you'll see this lights up. I'm going to try and take you through as much of this process as I possibly can. Hopefully it helps somebody. So yeah, once I press service, you see, look, oil reset. So that's to reset the oil light. You've got like brake, any problems with braking, battery diagnose, like for BMS, but the most important one is DPF, the DPF reset. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. I need to follow the instructions. Oh yeah, there you go. So it's got all different makes of cars on there, and I'm going to select, you see, so it's got Benz, Mercedes-Benz, and then it's got Sprinter. So Sprinter is very specific. Don't know why that is. So I'm going to go ahead. I've selected Sprinter. Press enter. Version, yes, I guess we've got no choice on that. So it says loading. So now it's loading the program. Sprinter 906, which is the top one, which is what this van is. So we highlight that, press enter, and then it'll go through these instructions. So it's telling me to put the ignition switch to on. So once the ignition is switched on, I press OK. F2, OK. Set ignition switch to off. So now it's telling me to turn it off again. Turn it off, press OK.
Parking recording started.
Thank you. So at the top of the menu I've got two options. One is to regeneration of diesel particulate filter when driving, or regeneration of diesel particulate filter. So we're going to scroll down to the second one down, press OK or enter, set ignition to switch on again. Ignition on.
Recording, one channel started.
Thank you very much. That's my dash cam, by the way. Press F2 for OK. The risk of burn injuries caused by hot exhaust gases, very hot exhaust, blah 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 blah. Ensure there are no objects in the vicinity of the exhaust pipe. Right, F2, okay. The following conditions must be fulfilled. Select the gear lever in P, yep, or neutral, ignition, engine and idle, vehicle stopped, parking brake operated, yep. If your reserve reaches off, no fault codes present, engine diagnosis, indicator lamp off, AC off. Right, AC off. F2, okay. Oh right, so I've got to turn it on, I guess. F2, okay. Oil temperature 60 degrees, engine at idle. Yep. F2. Oil temperature is 54, so we've just got to wait for the engine oil to warm up and then the regen should begin. Okay, so my oil temperature now is 61, so now I'm going to press F2 for OK. And it says this process takes about 15 minutes. Engine speed is increased approximately 2000 RPM. The pedal valve sensor must not be operated during this process. Okay. Check oil level with dipstick. Yep. Adjust to correct level if necessary. Operate parking brake. Move transmission into neutral position. Start engine. Okay. When the regeneration is complete, the ash content of the diesel particulate filter must be no more than 4 grams. Okay. After regeneration, engine runs again at idle speed. Okay. Communicating. So now it's saying that the ash content of my particulate filter is 0.74, soot content is 0.55. Okay. Select a lever in P or N, vehicle speed, temperature in catalytic converter 180 degrees C. Okay. Temperature in catalytic converter 120. Okay. Oh, there you go, straight away the engine starts revving up on its own. That's not me, I'm not touching it at all. Communicating, please wait 110 seconds. Right, this may take a while. I wonder how much smoke comes out, it'll be interesting. So as far as I'm aware, what happens is when a diesel engine does a DPF regen, it injects more diesel into the engine at a later date of the stroke of the piston, forcing unburnt diesel down into the exhaust, basically to making the exhaust turn into a flamethrower to burn off the soot. But it does leave ash behind, and it's the ash that blocks the DPF. And the only way to get rid of the ash is to clean the DPF. The soot gets burnt away, as far as I'm aware. I do hope I'm not going to mess this up by doing this. Right, we've got 32 seconds left. Here you go, I'll show you my dashboard so you can see what the revs are. So it's revving itself. Just, oh, there you go, it's dropped down now. Customers at the time, okay. Okay. Regeneration was completed successfully. Oh, that's it, it's done. Okay. Oh, well, there you go, that was it. I didn't get to film, there was no smoke, it didn't really do a lot, it just revved it up to just under 2,000 revs. Well, there you are, that's that done. Don't know if that's going to cure me problem or not, but I guess we'll see. That was a bit uneventful, wasn't it? Now, to disconnect the iCast off, scan A, simply turn off your ignition and unplug it. It's as simple as that. There you go, hopefully somebody found this video helpful, mildly entertaining, slightly informative even. If you did, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you are interested, I'm just looking for the case, in getting yourself one of these car scanners, can't recommend it enough, especially if you own a Mercedes Sprinter. But if you do own a Mercedes Sprinter, make sure you get one that is compatible with Sprinter, not just Mercedes. For some reason, and I don't know why, you've got to check that it actually says Sprinter, not just Mercedes. But anyway, nevertheless, I will look these up on Amazon and see if I can find this exact one, and if I can find it on Amazon, I will leave a link in the description of this video, purely for your convenience. But I might add that all the links that I leave in any of my videos are probably affiliate links, and I do make a little bit of commission off of all those sales, so I thank you in advance. Right, so I'm going to crack on, do some work on my Vario. If you want to see that video, I'll put it right here. Thanks for watching, ta-da for now.